Born everyone, and glory to God. What I want to talk today to you all is there was a statement made in the Sri Lankan Parliament by a female minister who we respect a lot. That by reading an English text, uh, it said the traditional Sri Lankan Parliament and the politics was dominated by the patriarchal context and through the masculine toxic context within the parliament, which causes the improper behavior within the parliament and which degrades or devalues or which decreases the meaningful verbal argument and the ideas and the meaningful parliament culture, which is actually a feminist context. So, through this text read by the ministress or the minister of the parliament, the what actually a member of the parliament, I'm sorry, member of the parliament, the point here is uh, toxic masculinity is not the reason for the aggressiveness within the parliament and the misbehavior in the parliament, and also patriarchy is not the reason for the indisciplined actions of men. So also what I want to state here is the verbal argument or the ability of the expression of thoughts, freedom of expression, freedom of media, freedom of democracy, and freedom of meaningful argument, constructive criticism, and constructive verbal expression and argument is not a feminist or femininal element in the human civilization. Also, it is not a masculine element in the human civilization. The meaningful argument, the verbal argument or the verbal expression is a general characteristic of human race, but which have versions within it in a female context or in the male context or masculine context, feminine context. We can classify it. Also, the aggressive misbehavior or the toxic behavior, improper behavior, which shows the physical strength over the mental strength or the verbal strength, is not is coming with the aggressiveness that the men have, but uh, we understand that the verbal argument and meaningful argument with knowledge matters, but it doesn't mean the masculinity is not the cause to eradicate the meaningful argument. It doesn't mean the embracing feminism or the feminist ideology or the feminine context will give the space for the meaningful argument. The the point is women are less aggressive, so they don't misbehave. But it doesn't mean that they're always correct. That's the point here. So we understand that the meaningful verbal argument is important, and also it is an urgent need to adopt by the male parliament member and the female parliament member, and by the people who have the masculinity and patriarchy within them, and also people who have the matriarchy and the feminine elements in them. So that is up to that person and up to that situation entirely. So it cannot be singularly or the cannot be characterized as the lack of feminist ideology or the feminist element, female energy within the parliament, and that causes the lack of meaningful argument. Like that, we cannot say that. So that's what we all have to understand. We respect women, we respect female opinions, we respect feminine context of the verbal argument, but it doesn't mean the solution is not actually eradicating the masculinity, and also feminine energy or the female party cannot singularly own that standards of own that meaningful argument and the verbal influence or the verbal constructive expressions as a feminine thing. It's a human thing. So that articulation of articulating the a meaningful argument as a femininal thing, I think that cannot be accepted in the general terms of civilization. Thank you.